All right, people, what's up? What's up? My name is Felix. This is Felix Entertainment, and this is where we bring you all the trending, gisty, sumptuous entertainment news happening around us. Yes, today is another day, and this morning we woke up to a very big story. Very, very big story because two of Ghana's main influentials on social media in their craft are trending, and Yasem Ketwa. Before I enter the details of the matter, make sure you hit the subscribe button if this is your first time, and like this video, leave a comment, turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything we put out there. Yes, so what is happening? This morning, we woke up to a very, very big story. Now, let me just remind you, yesterday, actress Yvonne Nelson launched her book. I Am Not Yvonne Nelson. That is the title of the book. It was launched at the Peduase Valley Resort in Ebri, where she had a lot of her celebrity friends and industry players coming through to support. The likes of John Dumelo, Senga Becca was there, Martha Nkoma, Kweku Menu, Sammy Forsen, a lot. It means the industry for Nina Eba Peduase to come and support her book launch. Now look, barely 24 hours after that book launch, there's been a big subject that has popped up from the book. We all know Yvonne Nelson in the past few years. We've always associated her involvement with a lot of musicians like Inyanya, even Papi Kojo at a point in time. But for Obedepon Bede Sarkodie, nobody saw that coming. We woke up this morning to see this big headline of Yvonne Nelson. I won't say it's an accusation because Waboni Panidin. She's actually said this is the person of Sarkodie impregnating her in 2010 and refusing to take responsibility, leading to her aborting the baby because she couldn't stand the thought that she herself never met her father. She doesn't even know how her father looks like. So the thought of her having to bring back on earth another baby who would not have an idea of who his or her father is like her wasn't sitting well with her. And so this story has been a very explosive and shocking one this morning with a lot of conversations on social media. I'm going to take you through that extract from her book where that statement was actually made so that we all have a fair idea what exactly was being said. And I quote, "I had gone for a pregnancy test to confirm what becomes the most obvious conclusion for a sexually active young woman who misses her monthly flow. I was in the company of Karen, and when the test result was ready, I wasn't strong enough to open it. She did and declared the verdict. Charlie, he did there," she exclaimed. "I wasn't the only one responsible in the situation, so I called the man whose potent seed had germinated in me. His name was Michael Owusu Ado, a renowned Ghanaian musician who is better known as Sarkodie. Sarkodie was a budding musician with the potential of becoming one of the biggest artists in Ghana and beyond. At that time, however, the future looked uncertain, and his way through the maze of life still appeared too foggy to predict. Success was not guaranteed. He was still living with his mother and was not ready to carry the burden while he was being carried by his mother." If you listen to this, these are the exact words that were made in the book by Yvonne Nelson. The book she just launched a day ago, less than 24 hours ago. And this part of the book is what is actually blown out into the media space and the news channels this morning. Because now it has sparked up a whole lot of conversations because people are asking a lot of questions. I want you to watch this video. This is an interview Sarkodie actually did with MTV Base years ago when he was asked to choose between Yvonne Nelson and Lydia Forsen. And this is what he had to say.
Who is more your type, Lydia Forsen or Yvonne Nelson?
I don't know Lydia personally. I've had an encounter with Yvonne.
Okay. So really and truly, you picked Yvonne
Because I know
So
her.
you
Don't
picked
twist
Yvonne.
this.
So if you watch this video, you realize that when he was asked about to choose between Yvonne Nelson and Lydia Forsen, he just said, "Oh, he doesn't know Lydia personally, but he's had an encounter with Yvonne Nelson before." Now we are beginning to connect some of these conversations. However, we need to also understand the fact that these were two young people. Like Yvonne Nelson said, Sarkodie was a budding artist at that time. He was still living with his mom, just like any other young person who starts their life, who starts relationships, meet ladies, have relationships, have sexual intercourse, and she ended up being pregnant, which I know a lot of people have experienced in their young lives. And now the questions that are beginning to pop up is, why is Yvonne Nelson putting this out there at a time where Sarkodie has developed into a very, very strong international music brand? Sarkodie has family now. He has a wife. He has kids. Sarkodie is on deals and contracts with brands and has a name that he needs to protect. Why now? It is okay for Yvonne Nelson to sit down and say, look, I am bringing out every aspect of my life. I'm sharing my story. I'm putting it into a book so that young people can also listen or read it and also learn from it. It isn't going to do so much damage to Sarkodie that Yvonne Nelson is putting his name out there in that context. In the context of him not just impregnating her, but deciding not to take responsibility that led to her aborting the baby. And these are subjects of humanitarian interest. These are subjects of civil interest. And these are subjects that are going to create, we all know the kind of society that we live in, that are going to create a kind of image about Sarkodie, even though it's something that has happened over a decade ago. Is she trying to use it to sell her book, as people are saying? There are a lot of questions happening. It's still early days yet. But like I said, in my honest opinion, I believe that Yvonne Nelson should have contacted Sarkodie, had a conversation with him before putting this out. Because I believe that it is not every part of Yvonne Nelson's life that she's put out there in that book. There might be part of her life that, because they might be damaging to her image, or they might be too bad on the look it will give her, that she would pull out. And considering the kind of brand, considering the image Sarkodie is now, I believe that she should have had that conversation. She should have reached out before putting it out there. Nobody is saying anybody is right. Who is right or who is wrong? I'm not saying it's good for somebody to deny responsibility of a baby, of a pregnancy that led to an abortion. But my point is, with the image, with the hard-earned brand Sarkodie has built over the years, I believe that Yvonne Nelson could have thought twice about it and reached out to Sarkodie before putting the book out. It's early days yet, as I said, and let's see how this is going to develop. Is Sarkodie coming to respond? I don't know. Will his team come out? I don't know. Let's see how things go. But like I said, let's wish them all the best. I know that the conversation is going to be a long while conversation, and we are going to keep you updated as it goes. My name is Felix, and this is Felix Entertainment. If this is your first time, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thank you.